Several weeks ago, I unboxed a scooter that had unique features and was priced below its value. The GD83 features high-torque dual-drive system with 5,600 watts peak power output, massive 60-volt 30-amp-hour battery, and unique aluminum alloy single swing arm design. Flat tire will never cut your adventure short. First time seeing this heavy-duty foldable design, 360 degrees safety lighting, and featuring a dual fast charging port. This is so cool. One arm system, and the most important part is if you get a flat, look at this. Remove 6 screws. You can slide the spare tire from there right into the motor. If you have a drill, a portable drill, 6 screws, and like less than 30 seconds, depending how fast you are, you can swap it and continue riding. You can have a second one for the back if you need, but look at this, one shock, one arm, nice construction. Look at the side panel, rubber top on the deck, nice stand here in the back, rubber on top, light integrated, also one arm. Look on the side here, one single arm structure in the back. So clean. You asked for follow-up and show your concern on strength, durability, and the design. A lot of comments trashing this brand, this model, and expecting to fail in day-to-day use. So here's my follow-up after 200 miles of riding, pretty hardcore, and I tested it off-road, and surprisingly it works as a shoe. It does have decent travel, good rebound, does not feel weak, there's no rattle, nothing came loose, not bottoming down, and I'm 225 pounds, and it seems that on jumps, it's close to its limits, but still does the work. Pretty comfortable ride, and I'm sure it can handle more. One thing I noticed going over roots and big rocks, the motors disconnect for a millisecond on the impact and re-engages right away. This may be due to sensor shifting on impact and only happens on excessive hard hits and at high speed. Not noticeable when riding on flats road, but still the scooter off-road feels very intuitive and the control is great. One arm design does feel the same as a dual arm traditional design that I have tested for so many years. The front shock feels to offer more travel and more rebound, and these shocks are not adjustable, but takes the roots and the rocks very easily. Overall, the ride feels soft and very comfortable. There's no noise, there's no squeaky, there's no rebound on the handlebars, there's no like cheap sound that you feel on other budget entry-level scooters. It's just overall feels soft and so comfortable and so plush, and it's so quiet. It's just, yeah, budget suspension, but feels like it's something more expensive, more high-end. Just listen to the noise, focus on suspension work and overall the sound when the scooter is running on various terrain. I got caught in the rain here when I was testing, and I had to ride a little over 10 miles to get back home, and the scooter survived. But later, we'll open the deck and see if there's any damage, if any water got inside. I really tried to brake the scooter. Rode in the rain for close to 1 hour, tried to overheat the brakes so they give up and brake and fail, jump over 8-inch sidewalk like 50 plus times, hoping that something will come loose and fail. But fortunately, the scooter seems to be well engineered and well built, they use proper parts, and I'm sure it will last a very long time. I have a feeling that this frame will outlast the battery and electronics components, even if you're a big heavy guy and ride it really aggressive. Maybe something will come loose, they'll have to tighten up, throw some Loctite, and it should be good. During this test, I learned, and I'm really surprised how well the scooter handling is. It's not super nimble, not super aggressive, but it feels light and very maneuverable. This is the steepest structure I have in my area. Let's see how it does here. And it gets to the top without any issues. Also on gravel, off-road, over big rocks, big roots, deep channels, despite a slight disconnect on the motors that I mentioned earlier, it still gets you to the top pretty fast and easy. Let's open up the deck. Let's see what we have inside. There's one more screw right here. There's probably more in front. And this deck, if you take it out, you see it has this paper here, so you're not gonna be able to stick it back in, which kind of sucks. Should be some like different type of adhesive that actually sticks back. Yeah, there's one more right there. Last one right there. Okay, so this is actually good. Look at this. It's all sealed all around. This is so nice, so water would not get in. Somehow, maybe this is from the rain, it's too much condensation, probably it's not the case. It's just maybe dripped inside, but even the screws here, you can see nicely isolated. And one thing that I noticed, when you go really fast for a long time, and now it's like 100 degrees, it's super hot, so these flies are everywhere. This part right here works as a heat sink. Now it's super hot. Like earlier I could barely hold my hands on it. There's advantages to have the scooter lighter, to have the structure, but having on both sides helps the motor to cool off. That's only when it's super hot. I don't believe it's gonna be the case when it's like 75, 80 degrees or lower, but no matter what, I just noticed that. I never checked this on the scooters. From the entire scooter, nothing came loose. All the bolts and screws are super tight. The only thing that came loose was the bolt that was holding the fender right here, this bolt. So I was trying to tighten this up and I just grabbed this part so I can, have some more leverage, and I realized this is super hot. That was right after the ride. Outside right now, it's 100+ degrees, it's super hot, so that's not gonna be the case if it's like 85 or 80 or lower. I don't think that's gonna be the case. So yeah, getting back to the deck. This is super nice. I don't even wanna open it, but since we are committed to see what's inside, I'll try to pry it gently and not break the seal. This is a very nice glue. Why didn't you use the same one for the deck, for the rubber top? Yeah, this is so nicely glued. This is well done. Look at this. This is really cool, but check this out. So the cool part, you can actually glue it back easily. The not so cool part is that the battery, it's small and you have all the styrofoam. Look at this. They put this spacer here. They put styrofoam right here. Let me actually take it out. The controllers, I looked at them, they're like bolted into the frame. So, or maybe, yeah, looks like they're connected to the frame. They're not moving. So I don't know why they put this. This is not needed here. And they're actually connected to the bottom, so it works as a heat sink for the control, which is very nice. Wiring, look at this, it's clean, nicely done. Look at this stuff. And here you have the specs and the name of the controllers. So I have 60 volts, phase, angle 120, speed limit X50, X5B. Not sure what that is, 3-speed. And manufacturing 2026 114. That's pretty cool. So nice controllers. I don't know much about them, but they perform very well so far. The battery here is 60 volts. You have the model capacity 30 amp hours, and here you have Dongguan Electronics Technology. So don't know much about that, but this is the battery you get. And what's disappointing here that this, I mean, why would you put this here? Make a nice bracket or something. I don't know. Like, this is a little bit disappointing, or at least take it out because the controllers are, you know, they're connected to the frame, so it's not needed. Let the air kind of like help the controllers maybe. This should be like, you should have a bracket here to mount inside. And this is kind of like weird. Look at this, like that on the side, and the battery goes all the way till that end right there. So they can definitely come up with a model with a bigger battery probably, so it's wider maybe, I don't know. And also height wise, there's like almost like, I don't know, close to like 1 centimeter, maybe half an inch, maybe about half an inch height from this point to the battery. So the controllers are differently configured, or the controllers they mounted right here in the front, which has space here, right? And maybe if they stick out a little bit outside, that's not a problem. And offer 40 amps, 50 amps, that'll be a next model, which can give you more range and use the same frame, because right now the arms, the motors, everything is solid. Nothing came loose, and I really trashed the scooter. I jumped on the sidewalks, I went off-road, I went in the city, like around the city, around my area, really, really fast, like without saving or properly, like I tried to send it 100% and not really care if something fails. Try to kind of like break it, and surprisingly nothing came loose. These cables don't heat up. Like you can see waterproofness, like here in the front. Like, and I'll get to the folding in a second. This is really cool. Like, look at this. Brakes are touching a little bit in the back and sometimes in the front because, you know, I went off-road and I probably bent the discs. But besides that, wiring, hardware, all connection everywhere, everything is just freaking solid. Like, I saw your comments, I saw the concerns about the single arm, and when it's fully charged, it goes to 45, 48. Sometimes 50 on the slide downhill, but 35 to 45 it's solid. Like on the flats, 40, 45, even half battery gives you. And as I mentioned, I did not try to save it or like to be careful with it. I went 100% to see if anything fails, and so far 150 miles, and I was initially thinking to do 100 miles, and maybe 150 miles is not enough, but I really don't have much time right now. So I think 150 miles, if something would have broken, it would have been showing already here. If it's 150 miles and nothing broke, then this is freaking solid. I'm pretty confident it's gonna, you know, drive 500 miles and 1,000 miles and it'll be fine. It's just, everything is well executed. I like the hardware, everything is just cool, with exception of the inside. Like this is not good. Like make some spacers, make it nice. Like all this is so nice here. Secure this, remove all the stuff and put some plastic spacers, or at least if it's foam, cut it, like laser cut it so it's nice and beautiful. Don't leave it like that. To, you know, place it back and it glues, and it works so nice. Look, it sticks back in. It's just a little bit of air I have to push out. This is a very clever idea. I like how they executed this. Why not do the same with the deck so you can, you know, stick it back? Like this is really nicely done, and it's, look at this. If I squeeze the deck on top, sandwich it, right, it's gonna be very tight and water resistant, maybe even waterproof. Folding, super easy. You just need one Allen wrench key. Hold here with your hand and unscrew. Once you loosen this a little bit, you'll probably be able to, yeah, just push this knob out. It looks like you have to unscrew it all the way. Now it's out. So you pull the bolt out, and now the entire thing is collapsing. How it folds underneath. Really nice structure, and there's no thread, so you remove a couple times. It's gonna work the surface area and you'll be able to slide it out easily. But a lot of screws underneath there, and this is how it folds. And this is how it looks like. Nothing to connect here or to hook it up, so just move the screen in the back. That's gonna hit right there. There's no rubber. You can maybe glue some rubber here so it doesn't scratch, but who cares if you scratch a little bit? So this is your folding process. And you just lift this back up, and you can see here the structure, how it collapses in here and connects. You drive the axle through, and you're good to go. Okay, so take it for a spin, and what's cool here, look, when you power it on, I think, oh, 0, 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0. So, okay, so this is 0, 0. When you press like 5 seconds, it asks for the code. Now we're gonna power this off, and I see click, I mean the beep, then you touch, and then powers on. So if somebody wants to steal it, they're not gonna figure it out because the screen is black. Now it's on. So you have here, look, you have here, you press, I have right now 128 miles on it. So this is single, dual. So now it's dual, now it's single. And you have 1, 2, 3. Try single. It's kind of boring. Goes to 25 miles an hour, but then you press one more time to D and goes to double, and then you have full 45 miles an hour top speed, 50 almost, and has like good charge. Try it and see what you think.
Check it out. I haven't been on a scooter.
I removed the front tire so it's lighter, so it's more range.
Oh, the fender.
Give it a try, see how it is. There's no adjustments. Like, if you look on the side, let's get here. Look at this.
Yeah, it has a lot of travel. Maybe I don't weigh enough to get it down that far.
The only thing is this cable is moving, is making noise. I have to tighten up.
It does have decent travel when you look at it this way, though.
This has to go like this. Like, I really crushed it off-road. You'll see
it looks really cool.
Off-road, I really went hard, like 30 plus miles an hour, really for the rocks, loose jumps. I did jumps here over the sidewalk. I really like it. I think
that's a lot of scooter for 1250, yeah.
It's pretty, and it's light, and like this thing folds differently. Like, let's see what's the next.
Yeah, no, it has decent suspension.
Oh, I have to oil this. Some clicking noise probably from here somewhere. But I really rode it hard, and nothing failed. And people complaining in comments that the single arm structure is gonna fail.
Okay.
I freaking jumped 240, 230 pounds with the gear, and nothing. It's survived, and I think it's gonna, it's gonna be fine. The only thing is, I bolted this bolt right here because the fender came loose, and that's pretty much it. But I think if you get some Loctite, because if you ride off-road, I think this might come loose. So you have to put some Loctite here on this nut, and it's gonna be fine. I think it's cool.
I think it's good. The last scooter I rode like almost a year ago was a Teverun, so that's the only thing I can compare it to right now.
Was Daytona, the one that you feel, remember?
Oh, the Daytona actually, and a Teverun.
Then we rode the City Now scooters.
But for what the price of this, what you get for $1,200, that's pretty wild.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's
Are the lights good on it?
The lights are. This is like super bright. Like if I turn lights on.
It looks like it. It has a ton of them. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the lights are really bright. Yeah.
It's not bad.
You have to. I already posted shorts with the lights in the full review. It's like amazing. The lights are really good.
Oh, it has the blue light on the side too.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think it's good. It needs a little bit of oiling because I think something's squeaky there. But besides that, it's.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
you definitely get a lot more for your money these days. than you used to.
Get a good scooter, you have to spend money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
GS 7660, that one is fucking insane.
Years ago, even a year ago, you couldn't get a scooter like this for $1,250.
Yeah, the prices came down a lot.
Yeah, they definitely came down. No, that's pretty cool.
You want a helmet? Do some jumping on the sidewalk so you can see. That sidewalk's like 7-8 inches, so you can see and really get the feel of it. The lights are bright. You can actually go against the sidewalk if you want. It has enough clearance. Go faster, don't be afraid. Can't hear you. Try, yeah.
I think I get a better jump.
Yeah, it's a single arm, but it does pretty well.
Yeah, for the money, it's good.
Yeah, brakes are actually fine. For what it is, suspension is pretty good. For the Martin, I think this is so different and so much better, right? Like those Obara type scooters, they have like all this like sharp corners. This is polished, lights, like rubber, like design, single arm. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think
single
it's
arm looks cool.
yeah, it's
I
pretty
haven't
nice.
seen a scooter like that.
And it's actually working. It doesn't fail. So
Probably
that's
saves weight too.
yeah. For 60 volt, I think it's pretty light.
Yeah.